What's good, y'all? What's good? Welcome back to Tim's Convo Cafe. Welcome to Tim's Convo Cafe, everybody. This is the spot where we talk about life. We talk about different things in life. We talk about growth, truth, and everything in between it. I'm Tim, and today I want to open up to you. And I want to open up to you today and talk to you about something that I had to struggle with and deal with in finding myself so I can have a voice. I want to open up about something I know a lot of us carry, finding our voice and the fear that comes with using it. The fear that comes with using your voice once you find your voice. Today's episode of Tim's Convo Cafe is called Finding My Voice, letting go of who they thought I had to be. And if there's something that you feel, leave a comment below. Something that you think that resonates with you, and finding your voice, finding out who you are because of the expectations of other people, friends, people you grew up with, family members. Just finding your voice, and finding out who you really are besides the expectations of other people. If you ever felt like you had to shrink yourself, uh, just to survive, just to be perfect. You have to be perfect down there to be accepted. You have to carry the weight of your family's expectations on you just to feel like you're enough. This episode is for you. Let me tell you a little bit about my story. Growing up as a black man, you get this message real early on in life. You got to be exceptional to be a black man. Not good, not decent, but exceptional, above average in today's in society. Period. Because it's a lot of stereotypes as being a black man. Because the world won't give you the same grace as it gives others. You're told don't slip, pretty much. Make your family proud, and give them a reason to look. Don't never give people a reason to look down on you. And in my situation, coming up from where I come from in Chicago, Illinois, everybody I grew up around was black. We barely dealt with white people, Mexican people, or anybody from different races. We barely dealt with them unless we were going to their store for some reason, but never in our neighborhood. We grew up in a segregated neighborhood with all African Americans, and that's basically my background. Um, but as a black man, wanting to do something other than sell drugs, for me personally, I had to get up out of my neighborhood and figure out how to communicate with other races without being racist, without acting like I was the stereotypical black man. I had to be exceptional. And we're talking about finding your voice in today's podcast. We're talking about, when you have to be somebody that you have to be in order to get something. You have to be somebody that they will accept. People will accept in order to get it. I understand that. I understand that oh too well. I understand that oh so well. Oh so well. I learned how to smile when I wanted to scream. I learned how to blend in when I wanted to stand out. I had to blend in. I learned how to be who you needed to be. It means pretty much burying a lot of parts of you, in order so you to get that job, in order for you to be respected by people out of your community. And that's what I went through. But here's the thing. Excellence isn't freedom, it's built on silence. Let me talk to you all a little bit today. I'm going to talk to you all about finding your voice. Finding your voice is something that once you find it, you'll be so much comfortable with who you are, so much comfortable with being around different people. There come a point when I realized I was performing for family, performing for old friends on the block, performing for the people in church. Uh, put up that LinkedIn profile, make sure that LinkedIn profile is perfect for everybody but me. And I had to ask myself, what would it look like just to be me? What would it look like to just be who I am and what I like? Not polished, not perfect, not pre approved, just me, just who I am. And honestly, honestly, the question scared the hell out of me because I knew that becoming me and finding my voice, it truly might means losing who they thought I was. And people, you changed now. You like rap music, huh? You like gangster music. Cause they're like, oh, you didn't strike me as the type. I thought you was so professional. But I grew up around gangster hip hop music, and people in the places I got hired at was surprised that I smoked in weed. They were surprised that I was around gangbangers. They were surprised that I come from uh, parts of the environment, parts of the hood that they would never come to. And because I carried myself the best way I could carry myself, thanks to the manners and things that I learned in my household that my parents taught me, just so I can get employment coming up. And we're talking about finding your voice. And the people out there, if you can relate to this, share with me your story and put in your comments that you went through this before. Let's talk about the fear of disapproval. Let's talk about it for a second. Not fear of failure, but fear of disappointment. Fear that your family might not understand. Fear that old friends might say, you change. Fear that being honest will make people uncomfortable. But you know what's worse than disappointing other people? Disappointing yourself is the worst thing you can do because you don't want to got to go home with you. You got to go home, you lay down in the bed, and you feel like, damn, I was fake all damn day. You don't want to feel like you was fake. You want to feel like whatever you did came from the heart. That's the best time. That's when you feel the best about yourself. Looking yourself in the mirror and realizing you've been quiet just to make others comfortable, and you don't want that. You had to stop. You had to. I had to. I had to stop carrying people's opinions like they were the holy grail, like they were the commandments that I had to follow. I had to let go of the version of me that only existed to keep the peace, and things had to shift. Let's talk about shifting things. When I started speaking in my voice, when I started speaking in my own voice, unapologetically, something shifted in my life. Some people pulled away. Some folks didn't get it. Some folks like, oh man, you changed. You different now. And they were right. They were actually right. I am different. I am different. I changed. I became free. I became free of caring about what they felt or thought that I should be. I stopped hiding behind the need to be respectable, articulate all the time, safe, and I stopped trying to make everyone proud at the cost of my own soul. You don't want to lose your soul in other people' opinions. I let my tone deepen. I remember my father was like, God, Tim, your voice changed. You sound deeper. Your voice sound deeper. And I let my truth sharpen. I let my soul breathe. And doing that, I made space for people who love me as I am and not who I pretend to be. Things shifted. And to anyone that's struggling with this, this is what, and let me talk to y'all, anyone who's struggling with this. If you listen to this and you're tired of making yourself, changing your identity for other people, here's the permission slip that I'm giving you. Let it go. You don't owe nobody shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm being frank with you. You don't owe nobody no explanation. You don't owe nobody no watered down version of the truth that you feel. Not your old friends, not your family, not your hometown where you from, not the internet, Facebook, none of that stuff. You don't owe none of that because your voice matters, because it's your voice. You don't need to be exceptional to be valuable. You don't need to be perfect to be worthy. Being yourself fully and fearlessly is the most revolutionary thing you can ever do, especially as a black man in a world that often tries to define you before you define yourself. We don't have to change those things. And in closing, I want to talk about who I am today, where I am today, family. I want to talk about where I am today. I'm not performing anymore. I'm speaking from the gut, from the heart, and for the real. not for the fake. And if this your journey too, I'm walking with you. If you're doing it and you feeling what I'm feeling, I'm walking with you, family. Today's episode, if it resonated with you, send it to someone who you think need to hear this. And if you finding your voice, yo, hit me up. Let's talk about it. This Tim's Convo Cafe, where the coffee is warm and the truth gets hotter. Until we talk next time, be bold, be honest, and be you. Peace.